Welcome to our channel Bio by Gulab Sir for Wisdom Coaching Center. As a part of series of lecture, today's topic is exchange of gases on the basis of partial pressure theory. It is very efficient mechanism to have fast exchange as well as transport of gases across the circulatory system. No doubt, blood vascular system is also partially involved in this process of exchange of gases during respiration. So let us understand how it happened. Here it is given in picture that we can draw and understand, as well as this is very clear diagram is given on net as well as in book. So you can refer it to have better and best understanding how that gases are exchanged and transported through circulatory system. So this diagram is also given in book. So we can take a reference as and when we required. But before that, to understand, we can continue with our see here that partial pressure of these gases in air, in lungs alveoli, in blood as well as in tissue that help to have this exchange and transport of gases. What is partial pressure? It is the pressure of individual gas in system together is the partial pressure of that gas, because there are many gases. Carbon dioxide, nitrogen, air has many different gases. Along with that the pressure of oxygen is involved to have the cumulative pressure of the gases. So partial pressure of that gas is an individual pressure, along with that other pressures is called partial pressure. So that statement is given in book. What is pressure? Pressure that is contributed by that individual gas together in all the gases is called partial pressure. That statement is given. Now partial pressure of oxygen is shown by PO2 and it is 159 mmHg in air, and partial pressure of CO2 is denoted by CpCO2 is 0.3 mmHg. Now naturally, because of very high partial pressure of that oxygen we inhaled along with air, and as these lungs alveoli or alveolus, plural form alveoli, has received the carbon dioxide, and therefore partial pressure of carbon dioxide increases to 40 mmHg and partial pressure of oxygen PO2 decreases because of addition of carbon dioxide in the lungs alveoli. PO2 decreases to 104 mmHg. So why that partial pressure of oxygen decreases? Because pressure of carbon dioxide is increased. Otherwise, in inhaled air, that partial pressure of oxygen was 159 mmHg. So here the partial pressure of oxygen is 104 and CO2 is 40. Now these blood capillaries which are coming in contact here, so here suppose this is a pulmonary artery, this further branch into these arterioles, further these arterioles branch into capillaries, and this capillary network that what to have the exchange of gases, further these capillaries rejoined and form venlet and vein. So here this is now a vein. So here partial pressure of carbon dioxide in pulmonary artery is PCO2 is 45 mmHg and PO2 is 40 mmHg. Thereby carbon dioxide get diffused. Carbon dioxide get diffused out. CO2 gets diffused out because of its pressure is high in pulmonary artery blood, that is called deoxygenated blood. And since PO2 of oxygen is less, therefore oxygen diffuse in blood. Now these are the pulmonary vein that they carry oxygenated blood to the heart. This is suppose a heart with left auricle, right auricle and left ventricle, right ventricle. This oxygenated blood come to the left auricle, then transfer to left ventricle, and through left aorta from left ventricle it is transported to all parts of the body. Now when it reach to the tissue, as in tissue respiration process is going on, so PCO2 of the tissue is high, that is 45 mmHg, and PCO2 of blood here which coming to is less, that is 40 mmHg, and PO2 is 95 mmHg. So here PCO2 is 40 PO2 and PCO2 is 40 mmHg. So here this is 95 mmHg. Now when blood come to here, that oxygen is delivered in and carbon dioxide is delivered out, as the partial pressure of carbon dioxide in tissue is higher and PO2 is less, that is 44 mmHg. So oxygen from arterial blood diffuse in and carbon dioxide diffuse out. Now this carbon dioxide containing blood from here it is transferred to the right auricle. This is deoxygenated blood whose PO2 is 40 mmHg because oxygen is just now delivered, and PCO2 is 45 mmHg. Now that venous blood, that is called deoxygenated blood, transfer to right auricle, and from right auricle to right ventricle, and from right ventricle through pulmonary artery. Here to understand. So deoxygenated blood finally from right ventricle pump to pulmonary artery to lungs. What we are observing here? Pressure difference, partial pressure difference. Here from lungs alveoli, oxygen diffuse in blood. Since partial pressure of blood is PO2 40 mmHg and partial pressure of oxygen is lungs alveoli is 104 mmHg. Now that blood when reach to the heart, by that time partial pressure of oxygen become 95 mmHg and PCO2 40 in pulmonary vein. But when it reach to the left auricle, left ventricle and pump through aorta to all parts of the body, by that time partial pressure of oxygen become 90 mmHg and partial pressure of carbon dioxide become 40 mmHg. Now this arterial blood with arteriole and capillaries exposed to the tissue where respiration is going on and carbon dioxide is a continuous product, thereby partial pressure of CO2 increases, of tissue PCO2 and PO2 decreases since it is continuously used by the cell during respiration, so PO2 decreases to 40 mmHg. So partial pressure of carbon dioxide in blood is less, therefore carbon dioxide diffuse from tissue to blood, and partial pressure of oxygen in blood is high, therefore it is diffused from blood to tissue. Thus exchange of gases occur. Now that carbon dioxide containing blood transfer through vein to the right auricle to right ventricle, and then heart pump that deoxygenated blood through pulmonary artery to the lungs. So partial pressure in this vein and pulmonary artery is same about carbon dioxide and oxygen. That partial pressure of carbon dioxide is 40 mmHg and partial pressure of oxygen is 40 mmHg. Therefore, carbon dioxide get diffused from blood to lungs alveoli as partial pressure of carbon dioxide into blood of the pulmonary artery is high, and thus exchange of gases occur. So what we have to remember? We have to remember this partial pressure everywhere where it work for the exchange of this carbon dioxide and oxygen. Once you remember this one, so completely you did understand how the exchange of gases occur. Now see, this exchange at the site of lungs and at the site of tissue involve three membrane. So for example, this is a lungs alveoli. This structure is of lungs alveoli, and now this is a capillary endothelium is passing very close to the lungs alveoli. This is squamous epithelium of lungs alveoli. This is basement membrane. This is a basement membrane, and again this endothelium is internally lined with this squamous epithelium. So alveolar membrane. This is basement membrane, and this is endothelium. So these three membrane system that work in the gas exchange of gases. So endothelium is the capillary where that oxygen diffuse from lungs alveoli to blood in capillary, and carbon dioxide diffuse out from blood to lungs, and that is what exchange of gases. So here it has very fast conduction because of very thin layer, that epithelial layer, squamous epithelial layer that works with that basement membrane, as shown in this diagram, that you can understand. I have drawn actually shown the same thing what you are seeing in this diagram. So you to practice these two diagrams, as question can be asked in board, that explain exchange of gases on the basis of partial pressure theory, as well as draw a diagram of three membrane system at the site of lungs alveoli for the exchange of gases. I hope you did understand. Very important is that as a point of need to be remembered, this partial pressure at the atmosphere in lungs, in pulmonary vein, in artery, in tissue, in venous blood, and pulmonary artery as in pulmonary vein. So that will help you to understand the question if it is asked in NEET. So I always say that understanding to the question and application of knowledge, it depends upon your conceptual study. So as if language of the question is changed, there is no problem to understand the question if concept is clear. I hope you did understand. I did explain about exchange of gases on the basis of partial pressure theory, and you also would have enjoyed. Even if you are in doubt, you can ask in comment section, as well as I appeal you to like our channel and subscribe it. Also press bell icon to receive videos as and when they are uploaded. Very happy to deliver the lecture on exchange of gases. Thank you.